Everything we have been told since our childhood is a lie. It's not completely a lie, but the best way to tell a lie is you keep little bit of truth and then you are surrounded with lot of falsifications. It includes education system, entertainment industry, banking system, food, drugs, disease and many other part of our reality has been affected and manipulated. So how? Let me explain. Educational method, which is called object-based education, it simply means focusing on the end result of an educational program, which is like factory model of an education system. Children are no longer master of their own learning and instead their mind are being treated as storage containers. The system does not want thinkers. It does not want people to question its methods. The children or students are not being treated as organic, creative, investigative human beings, but instead as a parts of machine. The education system is filtering out the curiosity nature of our being with the ultimate goal to prevent any disagreement against the system. This type of programming technique of the education system created for the ordinary person just to gain enough intelligence to follow orders on job. They do not want them to read any kind of philosophical or great artistic work. Anything that would educate them or give them higher value is ignored. All they want is enough education so that the entity can follow orders, will obey the orders, and will be a good worker like an indirect slave. And if you look into the entertainment industry, for example, let's say the music industry. These days, for a song to become popular, all that needed is the backing of a giant music corporation and try their best to auto-tune the voice and add various type of manipulative frequency in the music. Majority of songs are written by a team of professionals instead of an artist. And all it takes is a person's talent or no talent to complete the project. So why is this? Of course the music industry want to generate huge amount of profit, but apart from that, they have also other intentions like to put you into greater aggression, psychosocial aggression and emotional distress to push you towards physical illness. Let me tell you how. Music, which consists of variable frequency and vibration, which hold the power to affect our lives, our health, our society and our world. Because the presence of each and everything in our physical world, whether it's living or non-living, have a constant or limited vibration and frequency. Which the music have the capacity to manipulate the sound to produce variable frequency and vibration which affect the physical world by sound waves in real time. For example, roughly 556 Hz can shatter a piece of glass if the frequency is tuned same as that of glass. Sound has also been deployed as weapons like sonic and ultrasonic weapons to disrupt, confuse or even injure opponents on the battlefield or any public protest. Sound is also used as therapy to treat physical and mental condition. Even if NIH-funded research report states that our brain appear uniquely tuned for musical pitch. Music is a language that directly communicates what cannot be said with words. When you encounter with the components of music like rhythm, melody, timbre, tone, harmony, your first instinct is to surrender to their language consciously or subconsciously. The human body absorbs the sound present in music and can be a resonant system in which its cellular and atomic structure is entertained by the music, or more specifically, the vibratory frequency contained in the harmonics of the music. Majority of modern day music from the music industry is engineered by political think tanks for propaganda, cultural revolution, cultural suppression reasons. Then there are individuals possessed by demons or taking part in demonic secret society who use music as a means of harvesting energy from you and injecting up and down vibration into the collective unconscious. They do this through subliminal messages and neuro-linguistic programming, through textures, rhythm, melodies and harmonies that stimulate resonance with the demonic realm, and through employing the song or music video as an occult signal to psionically link the audience to the lower frequency for partial control, and also influence people to be in emotional distress without accepting the reality of their problems. When you realize the stuff that's going on around us today just doesn't make any sense, and that all of this is not by accident, that all of this misery and strife in the world today is actually by design. All of this is very meticulously planned action. It is all done by design through the control system that run our world. All you got to do at all time is follow the money. You will go to the top and discover the Rothschild banking empire and their crony, the banking family, and what is often referred to as the royal political elite. This family that controlled the world did not suddenly came to power in last 100 years. We are talking about thousands of years of royal bloodline control of the world. The Rothschild and the other banking family pretty much own all the central banks of the world. This is a shock to the system. The Central Bank of World like the Federal Bank of America, the Bank of England, the South African Reserve Bank, the Reserve Bank of Australia, India, Brazil, all the central bank of the all countries of the world does not belong to its people. They are owned by private entities that are controlled and owned by the Rothschild banking empire, and they set the norms, the rules, the financial policy for the countries. And they lend money to the countries, the government and the president and the prime minister and the ruling party of different countries, and this is why we are constantly trapped in the cycle of debt because the banks that print our money does not belong to its people. Money is just an idea, it's a piece of paper. It's a tool of enslavement of every man, woman and child. Do you think it's enough to control your life? I don't know what you think, but I think it's not enough because they have poisoned the food we eat, manipulated the medication we take, and engineered new disease and disorder we have today. It's unfortunate that I have to stop this video from here, and I will not be able to make any videos up to 9 months as I am entering into the same education system as before to pass the entrance exam, but I promise to make videos after 9 months about the real problems in our life and world by connecting the dots with everything. Thank you for listening till the end. I don't know if the subscribers will remain same or decrease after 9 months, but I'll try my best to upload better quality videos with perfect English accents and narration as compared to this. After 9 months. At last I want to say that everything we have been told since our childhood is a lie and full of manipulation. So please do your own research and make people aware about all these lies and manipulation and infiltration we are in.